right, for the guys interested in natural testosterone maximization, to be really, 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 really focused and just pinpoint one thing, because there's a lot to it, but to focus on, and listen, guys don't get this, man. The least important aspect of natural testosterone maximization is the actual training, the working out, the exercise side of it, the fitness side of it, using weights in modern day. This is kind of modern. This isn't weights weren't around hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, millions of years ago. It's good, and we've evolved, and it's a good edge, but guys think they can fix everything with training, and what they hear is wrong. What they hear is completely wrong for maximizing testosterone naturally. So to stick to the training, which is the least important aspect, diet, lifestyle, and mindset are far more important than the training is. Even the mindset. With mindset, people ask me, what do you mean by mindset? Mindset falls in, there's a lot to it. But what falls in the mindset is meditation, self-improvement, healing, mindfulness, all the stuff like that. That falls into the mindset too. Happiness, that all is more important. Happiness and being just at peace with yourself is more important than what goes on with weights when it comes to anti-aging, testosterone maximization. It's the same thing. When it comes to those things, your overall happiness and your sense of well-being is more important, because the training can't fix all that stuff. It could put band-aids on some of it sometimes, but not really. Not when it gets down to actually trying to do something like reverse your age, keep your age going backwards as you get older. You have to put everything in together. That can put band-aids on and make you feel better and give you some stimulation and stuff, which is great. But we're talking something way more important and on a higher level than any of that. So when it comes to the training, okay, you'll hear the stuff that's out there, man. Is high intensity interval training, go to failure, certain lifts that they say are going to raise your testosterone. None of that matters. Years ago, for myself, because this is my obsession, I came up with the 3 I's: Agile, Mobile, Virile, because I tend to lean towards being a meathead. I'm a little guy now, but that's because I made myself little. I used to be 260 pounds, squatting 500 pounds. I even got myself up to 320 pounds, but 260, I wasn't like a big fat blob. Like at 320 is just stupid. But 260, I could run stadiums. I was an athlete at 260. I was like a linebacker size type guy. Now right now I'm 200 pounds, but I like being 190. I even want to be in the 180s at some point in my life. As I start getting into my 50s, I want to be in the 180s and not even get anywhere near 200 pounds. But my natural, what I naturally lean towards is what a lot of guys lean towards, and that's trying to be big and strong. I'm not like bodybuilder. I don't lean towards bodybuilder and flexing my muscles or anything. I lean towards being big and strong with weights. So, major lifts and stuff like that, which are great, right? I like, other than bench press, but I like, squats are my thing, and I even can get into deadlifts and overhead presses and incline bench and stuff, but not really like flat bench. I never really did. That wasn't anything that I ever really cared about too much. But so for me to get tough on myself and understand, hey, I want to thrive, man. I want to thrive. I had to figure all this stuff out. So I came up with the 3 I's: Agile, Mobile, Virile. These are part of affirmations that I repeat to myself out loud. Like I tell people, I recommend people record yourself just like this, looking at yourself. I know you will feel stupid. You will feel stupid, but you gotta. If you can't do it like this, turn it around and just record yourself the audio, and talk to yourself, and then listen to it, and then you cringe and all that stuff you're gonna do. But give yourself, certain things that you talk to yourself about every day. Repeat. Affirmations are a part of me, man. And I make up my own. And it's good to just be careful when you go into this. If you're not into any of this stuff, and you go and you look for it, you're gonna find a lot. Most of the people are just a bunch of hucksters. Most of them are. Most of them don't live like what I live. I live what I say. Most people who are trying to make money off of people don't live what they say. They're just good at being able to present things to people and get people who need help with whatever it is. Okay? Be careful. That's why I try not to steer people towards looking for anything like that, because most of those people, especially the ones at the top, all the ones at the top are all a bunch of hucksters. Stay away from them. They're trying to get into your brain and take over you. You have to be in control of everything that you do. That's the whole point of. Otherwise, that's why I don't want anybody getting too attached to me. That's why I repel people with some of the rudeness that because I don't want people weighing on every word that I say. You know what I mean? Because I focus on me, and I got my attention's on me, and I help people, but I want to help people who understand that they need to be helping themselves. So I'm getting off topic as usual, man. It's all the same though, man. I can't stay focused on one little thing, because everything's intertwined, and I don't want someone to see something and just not get the whole thing of it. You know what I mean? And just think that, oh, that's that one thing. Because people, they do that, man. People listen to what they want to hear sometimes. Well, not sometimes, a lot of times. Agile, mobile, virile. Those are my 3 I's. That's what I live for. To be agile, mobile, virile. More every day, I want to be more agile, mobile, and virile than I was the day before. If you think that way, you start and you open your mind to what you need to do to get there. Okay? You have to let a lot of things go that you may have that are wrong, a lot of thinking. And all the stuff that these people are saying is just to make money off of people. High intensity interval training, wrong. Training to failure, wrong. I'll leave some of this other stuff out because you can use it, Like I personally believe squat, in my own finding, my own putting everything together, squatting, which I squat every day, squatting is the best tool in the gym that you can use for natural testosterone maximization every day. Some people might say, "Oh, no deadlifting." If you deadlift every single day at a certain percentage of what your max would be, your central nervous system can't handle it. Squatting, you can handle daily, not at high intensity. You know what I mean? So that's the point. What your training should be, your entire training, if you train for 2 hours, you should be able, what you do, okay? You should be able, and I'm going to exaggerate this. Understand that I'm exaggerating this, okay? But I want to exaggerate it to show that how much you leave in the tank. You should be able to do what you do. If you train for an hour, if you train for a half hour, if you train for 3 hours, whatever you train for, you should be able to do that multiple times a day. That is training for natural testosterone maximization for your life. You train to be agile, mobile, virile, and strong in life, not what you can move around with the weight, because those are all leverages. like the main movements are great, like squatting, but that's leverage. There's people that have better leverages for that. There's people that have better leverages for deadlifting, for bench pressing, for, you know what I mean, for all those things. They're great, and you should use them, but they're leverages. They don't necessarily translate into real life, and they definitely don't necessarily don't make you agile, mobile, and virile. And the most important thing to take from this is, I exaggerated that because, you can't, if you had to train for 24 hours and continue to do it, you know what I'm saying, which you're not going to do that, but you should always leave in the tank. If you're doing pull-ups, like I focus on major things. My main focus is to be agile, mobile, virile. That's why I do what I call MOGA, which is my basic stretching movements that I do every single day, no matter what. And sometimes that can last. That can take an hour sometimes, and that's all to make me better in life. That's not, you don't want to be sore. You don't want to be recovering. This is not bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is anti natural testosterone maximization. It's anti that. Bodybuilding is. Powerlifting is anti that. Those things, especially like powerlifting, is really gonna, that's not, it's fine for people who want to do it, but we're focused on something different. We're focused on real life, making you going this way and aging backwards as you get older in real life. We're not talking about hurting yourself. We're not talking about needing recovery and needing drugs and needing to go and do cryotherapy and go and get hot, cold. That stuff is, leave that for professionals who are damaging themselves. See, people watch this stuff on the internet and they want to be like that. The things, the hickey thing everyone's doing. You don't need any of that. You don't need massages. We don't want any of that. Although massage is good for you, but you see what I'm saying? We want to feel amazing. Our workout is supposed to make us feel amazing afterwards, and we should be able to do it again. If we have to do it again, if I squat and I do pull-ups and I do push-ups and I do dips and I do toes to bars and I do these are the things that I do. Sometimes I throw in some other little things, and sometimes I even throw in some cable stuff, like face pulls and stuff like that, and tricep extensions if I feel like my elbows are. So I do those things, but I should be, like, I just got back from the gym right now. I should be able to go eat some food and go back and do it again, because you leave in the tank. If you can, I don't even know how many pull-ups I can do, because I always for sure do under 10. And even when I add weight to it, I go, I lower my reps even more. But, there's nothing wrong with doing 6 pull-ups if you can do 30. This is not about, you're not doing bodybuilding sets. You're not trying to, it's none of that. This is about, when I do pull-ups, it's a dead hang all the way down, and I try to even count and then go all the way up. So it's about feeling, it's about your whole body being one with your body, not thinking of what you're building and thinking, that's for the birds, man. Leave that for people who are on they're way down here. We are on a whole different level. So you should be able to continue to do it. You should be able to do it every day. You should be able to do your training, because this is your life. This is life. This is real life. This is not, you're not trying to go hurt yourself. You're not trying to pump yourself. None of that. This is about being real life strong, real life agile, mobile, and virile every day. That's the goal. And I personally tell myself this stuff. And the times I forget, I'm like, because I'm a human being, and I got so many things I'm doing. It's easy for me. That's why I have these daily affirmations that I hope I do every day. And I forget even though I'm on myself. I sometimes go days and I forget to, like, oh man, I'm like I forget about this thing. Okay, get back on the horse and continue to do it. So if you need to remind yourself to talk to yourself about that, do that. If you need to put little notes for yourself, hey, Put it on your refrigerator to remind, hey, I need to have these one-on-one me times to keep my head in the game. You know what I mean? Because this world wants to take us out. And that's more important than what goes on in the gym. The gym is a modern day thing. It's great, man. It's a great tool. It's amazing. I love it. I'm a gym rat. I love it. But you got to use it for the proper way that you need to use it for to get you where you want to get. And if you want natural testosterone maximization and you want to age backwards and you want to feel amazing and that's what you want, it's for life. It might not happen in a month, it might not happen in a year, it might not happen in 2 years, depending on what your life is. That's the least important thing. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, but the other things, diet, lifestyle, and your mindset, overhauling those things are way more important. So understand it's for life. That's why I say it that way, because guys don't want to change anything. Women the same way. They don't want to change anything. They might want to change a little bit with their diet, but their life is a mess. Everything's pulling them all these different ways, and they want to go and burn off steam in the gym for that little bit of time. Makes you feel good. It does really nothing in the grand scheme of things. Nothing. It doesn't reverse your age, and that's what I'm about. That's my obsession, reversing my age. So those other things are so more important. Know it. Even if your life is a hectic mess, at least you know it and you go, hey, and then you start acknowledging all the different things. And if you start paying attention to all the different things that are taking you away from what your goal is, if that's your goal, if you want to thrive in life and you want to make your life like that, everything will just come at you, and it never is going to stop. It's never going to stop, ever. So that's that's the way it is. This is a trash world that we live in, and I'm being nice at using the word trash. I'm saying I'm doing the G-rated version. It's trash. It's garbage, and the desires that are put we have, and just everything takes us the wrong way, and you got to fight it, and you have to be against it every angle. So it's all intertwines, man. When just understand that, because people ask me that, and I know how guys think. Women do the same thing. I get it. I've been there. I did that, and it's good to blow off steam. I do the same thing. When I blow off steam, whenever I'm frustrated with things and certain things, I'm working too hard and not getting, because that's I have my issues, and I'm like, man, I'm working this hard, and it's like nothing's not happening what I want to happen, and it's life, man. My blowing off steam is doing more cardio, and not like high intensity cardio, just like a moderate intensity, riding the bike with my butt off the seat, or doing the stair stepper or stuff like that, and just like putting my hood on, putting my towel over my head, and just putting my headphones on and just releasing, man. Not killing myself. That's my blowing off steam in the gym. But my other things are still there. So whenever I feel like I need to do that, sometimes I do that. I'll throw an hour of just some me time cardio, man, in my head. It's like brain cardio. Doesn't affect me. I don't have recovery, any of that. But my other things, they stay there. So anyways, I will talk to you later.